Hi, so today I want to talk about variations on how simplicity is the best answer to resolve all feelings of complexity. Because, as I'm walking on this journey to life, I'm I sometimes get stuck and I feel like, oh, this stuff is too complex, or I can't deal with this right now, or I'm not capable of handling this yet. And but meanwhile, certain facts are absolute, like um, everything comes, everything is brought to my awareness one breath at a time, and I'm only in one set of physical circumstances at a time, every each and every breath, and stuff like um, how everything in physical reality, even amongst the society, like in terms of getting work or working a job, it's it all comes more gradually than the mind would like you to think. Like in the mind, it feels like very rushed and very with a lot of speed and momentum to push for a point. But meanwhile, in the physical, it's like in the physical reality, I get a strong sense that a lot of the times it's not about me pushing, rather it's about me laying out the common sense, laying out what is best for all, specific, and then having the other party allow what is best for all to manifest further through their allowance, something like that. And this is the third time I'll be expressing this, but I found this neat relationship that desire is the past repeating itself ad nauseum, and desire is to repeat a memory from the same self-interested perspective, bringing up the same fears, and is like a perfect example of how the mind works, because my mind is it seeks to understand itself, but it's not looking where it's not looking at the important bits. It's always looking everywhere else but where there is denial, where there is pride, where there is righteousness. And yeah, so simplicity is the greatest answer. I mean, there have been many moments where I breathe, I breathe in, and I find I'm not totally emotionally satisfied with how I am. And it's more often how I am, concerned with how I am more than it is kind of looking down on the environment or looking down on the circumstance. for some reason. And I forget. Anyway, simplicity is the greatest solution. Let's see. Because as much as it is to record this for others to listen, it's also a way for me to organize and refocus my own self corrective action to live as much common sense as possible and eradicate irrationality. Because I mean, one of the main qualms about human nature is that it's irrational, and then we have all these sorts of excuses like God made us irrational, etc. But meanwhile, it's like, since when have I really tested and challenged myself to rid myself of this irrationality and impulsiveness? Impulsiveness is a form of irrationality. And so it's kind of great that everything I need to face is already sort of organized for me because of the fact of breath. But another point is how common sense can always be accessed one breath away. Like it's a really in it's like an internal movement that can be tested according to how you change your thoughts, words, and deeds and actions. But the the seeing of common sense to in such completeness that you act differently and you say things differently and who you are is different from what was before. Um, I'm also in a process of mastering that, I suppose. And all the time, I'm always thinking about stepping out of character and trying to step out of the box. And yeah, that's about all I have. Thanks. Bye.